And so I think spending some time getting really clear on the values that we want to experience in our work. What do we want our daily work experience to be like? And then thinking about and getting clear on what is my work to do in the world and what are my minimum requirements for that to be workable for me. Now, I get sometimes we have to take a job for paychecks, and we've talked a little bit about that. But I think if we're really clear on those things, then I think we can ask some questions that really are around, first of all, in our interviews to ask, how do your values inform the way decisions are made here? And so that's a different question than asking what are your values, but asking people about how they make trade-offs between their values. Organizations that really live through the lens of their values can speak to how they're prioritized, how they differentiate between them in decision making. So I think that's a really good line of inquiry to be asking about. I think also picking up on some wisdom from Jim Collins, who talked about the great and in business, that it's not just about results, but it's also about people, or it's not just about there's all these kind of different tensions, encouraging people to go offline, but helping them stay connected to the truths of where we're going. If we think about those tensions, so looking at some of those healthy tensions and asking some questions about how that organization or that leader navigates those tensions on a daily basis. Even their awareness of those tensions and their ability to talk about some of the challenges of the polarities and how they understand the tripwires of sort of one side versus the other gives you a sense of how mature are they in actually living the kinds of values that you're talking about. And then a third thing I think I would offer is oftentimes at the end of interviews, we may assess ourselves. How did I do? How did I show up? Did I answer the questions well? And I really encourage people to also step back and assess, what did I learn? So what did I discover about the organization, about this leader, about the job? And then how do I filter that through the lens of my own values and the things that matter to me, my minimum requirements again? And so I think flipping that orientation to how we assess at the end of it, it doesn't hurt to look at how we think we did and continue to try and get clear, but also it helps us to think about that, because then we know questions we want to bring into that next interview within that organization to help us further assess the fit that we might have with each other.